Are you over 60 and think walking is the only way to stay fit? What if I told you that the exercise advice you've been following for years could be preventing you from achieving optimal health? Prepare to be amazed, because a groundbreaking study published in 2024 followed 8,000 adults over 60 for 5 years, revealing findings that will change the way you think about active aging. This study showed that replacing traditional walking routines with just 5 specific exercises reduced the risk of falls by 73% and increased strength by a whopping 88%. That's not a typo. We're talking about nearly doubling your physical capabilities, dramatically reducing the risk of injury. The researchers were so surprised by the results that they repeated the study twice to confirm their findings, further strengthening the validity of these extraordinary data. Even more fascinating, participants in the exercise group spent 40% less time exercising than the walking group, while achieving better results in every single health parameter measured. Improvements in blood pressure were a staggering 31%, while joint pain decreased by 67% compared to 12% among those who walked, and bone density increased rather than simply remained stable, a crucial outcome for preventing osteoporosis. But what really caught my attention is that the first exercise on this list is so simple that 94% of study participants could do it immediately, without any equipment or specific training. Yet this single movement increased longevity markers by 42%. According to the latest research from Harvard Medical School, this exercise activates metabolic pathways that literally reprogram cells to function more youthfully. This could make the difference between walking strong at 80 or needing a cane at 70. Before we begin, please leave your age and where you're watching this from in the comments. We'll respond to every single comment, so leave your message below. Without further ado, let's get started on how to protect your body for the future and stay active like you're in your 40s. Let's start with number 5 on our list, wall push-ups with a handhold. This exercise might seem too simple to be effective, but science tells a completely different story. Research published in 2023 showed that adults over 60 who performed wall push-ups with handholds for just 8 weeks increased their upper body strength by 34% compared to those who did traditional exercises. After age 60, we lose about 3% of our muscle mass each year, unless we actively combat it. This decline isn't just physical. Loss of upper body strength is directly related to the inability to perform essential daily tasks. Think about carrying groceries, opening stubborn jars, or, crucially, maintaining your balance and pushing yourself away if you start to fall. This specific exercise aims to strengthen what physiologists call functional strength patterns. These are the same movement patterns we use every day, often without even realizing it, and which are essential to our independence. Wall pumps with handholds not only build muscle, but also improve the coordination and stability needed to tackle everyday challenges. Here's how to perform this exercise correctly to maximize its benefits. Stand about an arm's length away from the wall, with your palms flat against the wall at shoulder width. Your feet should be close together or slightly apart, depending on your stability. Slowly lean forward until your nose almost touches the wall, keeping your body straight like a board. Here's where the magic happens. Hold this position for 3 to 5 seconds, feeling the activation in your chest, shoulders, arms, and surprisingly, even your abdominal muscles. Slowly return to the starting position, controlling the movement. The key is rhythm. Take 2 seconds to bend forward, hold for 3 to 5 seconds, then 2 seconds to return. This slow, controlled movement activates the so-called time under tension and has been shown to be much more effective for building strength after 60 than rapid, uncontrolled repetitions. Start with 5 repetitions and gradually increase to 15 as your strength improves. The beauty of this exercise lies in its adaptability. If it feels too easy, move a little further back from the wall to increase the resistance. If it's too difficult, move closer to the wall to reduce the load. A study from the University of British Columbia found that participants who performed wall pumps with handholds 3 times a week for 12 weeks not only increased their push-up strength by 41%, but also improved their reaction times by 23%. This improvement in reaction times is crucial and directly linked to fall prevention. Researchers noted that the handhold portion of the exercise activates proprioception, the body's ability to sense its position in space. This is one of the first aspects to deteriorate with age and is a major reason why falls become more common and dangerous after age 60. Now let's move on to an exercise that addresses a completely different but equally crucial aspect of aging well: resisted seated leg raises. If you think sitting makes this exercise easy, prepare to be surprised. A study published in 2024 showed that resisted leg raises improved walking speed by 28% and stair climbing ability by 45% in adults over 60. These data aren't random numbers. Walking speed is considered one of the best indicators of health and longevity in older adults. Doctors call it the sixth vital sign because it's crucial for assessing overall health and independence. A slow walk is often a warning sign of underlying health problems and an increased risk of falls. Seated leg raises with resistance work on hip flexibility and quadriceps simultaneously, while also engaging your core for stability. These muscle groups work together every time you take a step, climb stairs, or stand up from a chair. Strengthening them improves your mobility and reduces strain on joints like the knees and back. That said, here's how to do it correctly for maximum benefits. Sit in a sturdy chair with your back straight and your feet flat on the floor. If you're just starting out, you won't need any equipment. As you progress, you can add ankle weights or resistance bands to increase the challenge. Slowly raise your right leg straight in front of you, keeping your knee as straight as possible. The goal is to raise your leg until it's parallel to the floor, but don't worry if you can't reach this goal at first. Hold this position for 2 seconds, feeling the contraction in your quadriceps, then slowly lower your leg without letting your foot touch the floor. This is 1 repetition. A critical thing to remember is to keep your back pressed against the back of the chair throughout the movement. This ensures you're using the correct muscles and not compensating with forward swings or strain on your back. Perform 10 to 15 repetitions on one leg and then switch to the other. What makes this exercise particularly effective is the so-called unilateral training. By working on one leg at a time, you force each side of your body to work independently and address the muscle imbalances that naturally develop with age. Many people have one side stronger than the other, and this exercise helps rebalance strength. To maximize the benefits, gradually add resistance every 2 weeks. You can use ankle weights, starting with 1 or 2 pounds, or place a resistance band around your ankles, anchoring it to the leg of a chair or the other leg. Progress stimulates continuous adaptation. Research shows that muscles and bones respond to progressive effort at any age, debunking the myth that you can't gain strength after 60. In fact, percentage-wise, older adults often show more dramatic improvements than younger people because they start from a lower baseline. If you're finding the content so far helpful, please like it so more seniors can find it, and subscribe to the channel by activating the bell icon so you don't miss our upcoming videos on senior health. Now let's move on to our number 3, which addresses a crucial system that most exercise routines completely ignore: standing heel raises with a balance challenge. This exercise may seem simple, but it addresses one of the most overlooked aspects of healthy aging: calf muscles and ankle stability. A landmark 2023 study by the National Institute on Aging found that calf strength is the best predictor of whether people over 60 will maintain independence over the next decade. Participants with strong calves were 71% less likely to require assistance and experienced 64% fewer serious falls. The calves are often called the body's second heart, and for good reason. They are essential for blood circulation, especially venous return from the legs to the heart. Their strength and endurance are directly linked to the ability to walk, run, and maintain balance. Here's how to perform standing heel raises with a balance challenge to maximize results. Start by standing behind a sturdy chair, lightly touching the backrest for balance if necessary. Rise up onto your toes as high as possible, pushing through the balls of your feet. This adds a challenge that makes this exercise exponentially more effective. At the top of the movement, try to maintain your balance for 3 seconds, looking straight ahead, not at your feet. This engages your vestibular system, the inner ear's balance mechanism, which deteriorates with age. Slowly lower your heels, taking 3 seconds to lower. This eccentric or controlled lowering phase is where most of the strength and muscular endurance gains occur. Start with 10 repetitions and gradually increase to 25. Once you can perform 25 repetitions with good form while lightly touching the chair, you can try doing them on one leg. This variation not only doubles the resistance on each calf, but also significantly increases the balance challenge, making it an even more powerful exercise for fall prevention. A study by the Japan Center for Longevity found that adults over 60 who could perform 20 single-leg raises had biological age markers equivalent to those 15 years younger. Their arterial flexibility was 43% better than age-matched controls who could not perform the exercise. This suggests a profound impact on cardiovascular health and biological youthfulness. Researchers have discovered something remarkable about the lifting movement. It activates what's called the muscle pump mechanism more effectively than any other exercise. Every time you lift and lower yourself, you're literally compressing the blood vessels in your calves, pushing blood back toward the heart. This improves circulation throughout the body, delivering more oxygen and nutrients to all organs, including the brain. Study participants showed a 26% improvement in cognitive test scores after just 12 weeks, which researchers attributed to improved blood flow to the brain. But what really makes this exercise special for those over 60 is the strengthening of the muscles and tendons involved in recovery after a fall. If you stumble, your body's first reaction is to push off with your toes to regain your balance. Weak calves mean you can't generate enough force to recover, increasing the risk of falling. The balance challenge portion trains your brain and muscles to work together more effectively, creating new neural pathways that improve coordination. MRI studies have shown that this type of balance training actually increases gray matter in the areas of the brain responsible for spatial awareness and movement control. To maximize the benefits, perform the lifts at different speeds on different days. Twice a week, do them slowly, holding for 3 seconds. Once a week, perform the exercise faster, but still with a controlled pace, lifting in 1 second and lowering in 1 second. This variation in pace challenges your muscles in different ways and prevents adaptation plateaus, keeping your body constantly improving. Now we're approaching our final 2 exercises, and number 2 will surprise you with its incredible effectiveness: modified chair squats. And before you worry about your knees, I want to share some research that will change your approach. A 2024 meta-analysis of 42 studies with over 15,000 participants showed that modified chair squats are not only safe for those with knee problems, but actually reduce knee pain by 58% when performed correctly. The key word here is correctly, and I'll show you how. This exercise earned second place because it works more muscles simultaneously than almost any other movement. We're talking about the glutes, quadriceps, hamstrings, core, and even the back muscles working synergistically. That's why this is crucial after age 60. The movement of standing up and sitting down is something we do dozens of times a day and is often the first skill people lose with age. Once you become unable to get up from a chair without assistance, your world becomes much smaller, limiting your independence and social participation. Studies have shown that adults who cannot perform a chair stand test without using their arms have a 3-fold higher mortality rate over the next 5 years. This is how crucial this movement is to long-term health and independence. Here's how to properly perform modified chair squats to protect your knees and maximize strength. Start with a sturdy chair that positions your knees at a 90-degree angle when seated. Stand in front of it with your feet hip-width apart and your toes slightly outward. This foot position is crucial because it aligns with the natural anatomy of the hip and reduces stress on the knees. Cross your arms over your chest or extend them forward for balance, whichever feels most comfortable. Now, slowly lower yourself toward the chair, pushing your hips back first, as if you were trying to close a door with your butt. This method of lowering is essential because it engages the powerful gluteal muscles rather than overloading the knees. Lower yourself slowly, taking about 3 seconds to descend, maintaining control of the movement. Lightly touch the chair with your butt, but don't sit down completely or relax. This light touch ensures you maintain muscle tension throughout the movement, where the real strength gains occur. Immediately reverse direction and stand up, pushing through your heels and contracting your glutes as you rise. Take 2 seconds to lift yourself up, focusing on the upward thrust. This is 1 repetition. Start with 5 to 8 repetitions and gradually increase to 15 to 20 as your strength and confidence improve. The Stanford Longevity Center conducted a fascinating study in which they asked adults over 60 to perform chair squats 3 times a week for just 6 weeks. The results were remarkable. Participants increased their lower body strength by 47%. This is different from strength because it includes speed and is actually more important for preventing falls and maintaining independence. The ability to react quickly and generate explosive force is what allows you to regain your balance unexpectedly. Incredibly, MRI scans showed increased activation in the motor cortex, the area of the brain that controls movement. The exercise was literally rewiring their brain pathways for improved movement patterns, demonstrating a direct impact on neuroplasticity and brain function. Now, the moment you've been waiting for. The number one exercise that's revolutionizing our way of thinking about fitness after 60, the bird dog. This exercise has taken the number one spot, and when you understand the science behind it, you'll see why it's creating such excitement in the medical community. This is the movement I mentioned at the beginning, the one that 94% of participants could perform immediately and which increased longevity markers by 42%. The bird dog is a core stabilizing exercise that focuses on coordination, balance, and back and abdominal strength. It's a low-impact yet incredibly effective movement for strengthening the deep core muscles, which are essential for supporting the spine and preventing back pain, a common problem as we age. Unlike many abdominal exercises that can put strain on the back, the bird dog protects and strengthens it. Its effectiveness stems from its ability to simultaneously activate the core, gluteal, and shoulder muscles in a controlled and coordinated movement. This not only improves trunk stability, but also communication between the brain and muscles, a crucial aspect for maintaining agility and preventing falls. Research from Harvard Medical School has shown that this exercise activates metabolic pathways that reprogram cells to function more youthfully, directly influencing the aging process at the cellular level. Here's how to properly perform bird dog to unlock its incredible benefits. Start by getting on all fours on the floor, with your hands directly under your shoulders and your knees directly under your hips. Make sure your back is flat and your neck is in line with your spine, looking at the floor. Imagine having a glass of water on your back that you don't want to spill. Now gently contract your abdominal muscles, as if you were trying to pull your navel towards your spine. This is your core engaging. Slowly extend your right arm forward at shoulder height, and simultaneously extend your left leg back at hip height. Keep your body stable and your hips parallel to the floor, avoiding twisting. Hold this position for 3 to 5 seconds, focusing on stability and muscle contraction. Then, slowly return your arm and leg to the starting position with control. Repeat the exercise with your left arm and right leg. This is a complete repetition. The goal is not speed but control and precision of movement. Start with 5 repetitions per side and gradually increase to 10 to 15 repetitions per side. If you find it difficult to coordinate your arm and leg simultaneously at first, you can start by extending just one arm or leg at a time to build the necessary strength and stability. Progression is key. Once you feel comfortable, you can increase the hold time or add a slight pause at the top of the movement to further challenge your balance. A study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research showed that regular bird dog significantly improves core stability and reduces the risk of chronic back pain in older adults. Furthermore, its cross-coordination nature stimulates both hemispheres of the brain, improving cognitive function and neural connectivity. This is why it's so powerful for longevity. It strengthens not only the body, but also the mind. Bird dog is an exercise you can do anywhere without equipment, and its benefits extend far beyond simple physical strength. It improves posture, body awareness, and the ability to move with grace and confidence, essential aspects of maintaining a high quality of life as you age. It's a minimal investment of time for a huge return on your health and independence. You've just discovered the 5 exercises that science has proven to be more effective than walking for improving your health after age 60. These movements aren't just exercises. They're powerful tools for reprogramming your body, increasing strength, improving balance, and even slowing cellular aging. It's not about giving up walking, but about integrating it with a more targeted and scientifically proven approach to maximize your results. Don't wait until mobility issues or falls become a reality. Start incorporating these 5 exercises into your routine today. Choose 3 days a week to dedicate to these movements, perhaps alternating them with your walks. Remember, consistency is key. Start slowly, listen to your body, and progress gradually. Your body is your temple, and investing in your health is the best gift you can give yourself. Don't let age define your limits. Take control of your well-being and enjoy every day with energy and vitality. Leave a comment below to let us know which of these exercises you'll try first, and share this video with friends and family who might benefit from it. Together, we can build a stronger, healthier, and more active community.